And Afridi, well, he got his wish once again, calling correctly and electing to bowl on what. Just a mid-arm and a mid-wicket steal. Oh, bowling! Fine Afridi off to a very, very lucky start, but Pakistan will take it. A wild one and a big inside edge. The ball almost stopping on the left hander and crashing back into the stumps.
Well, you pinned that down to pure bad luck from Alex Carey. A wide delivery, and he decides to chase it. Maybe there's a slowish nature of the surface. The ball is stuck in between those pegs, and the rattling sound of the bails just coming off. What a start here for Pakistan. The captain will take it, as they've got the opposition one down for none. The first bowler for Alex Carey. Australia none for one.
Showtime Kasim. Lights और गर्मी को स्पॉटलाइट
चलो अरसलान पसीने को इग्नोर कर वापस गेम पर आ
too हो या प्रेशर just focus the scene
और फिर से डैंड्रफ शुरू
इसका क्या करूं
The all-new Clear Men's Shampoo designed.
Captain is in. Josh Inglis. 120 not out his best. Once again, Shaheen Afridi picking up a wicket in his first over. He does that quite regularly in T20Is. But his record is phenomenal. Get Pakistan off the mark whenever he's bowling the first over. Nicely put away into the gap for four. That's an excellent beginning from Josh Inglis. Not trying to hit the ball, trying to get behind the line of the ball and maintaining a good balance. It was always about balance and making sure that he deals well with the in-swinging slant.
I think that'll be one leg that they will have to pounce on, something that is pitched up. Because the first ball was a clear indication of the slowness and the lowness of the surface. So anything that is pitched up, a very slight amount of movement through the air, nothing worrisome. The slip still remains, but Inglis off the mark with a good boundary here.
He was ready for that in-swinging delivery. Jumps up just a little bit in the air, but adjusts well. It's about dealing with the low bounce. First three balls letting us know a little bit about this pitch. That ball not arriving at all, and it was slow death really, as if he needed a bit of a shock on the snooker cue stick. Just a little too early to that shot as well. He was trying to jump at Shaheen Afridi and then he bowled it wide. It wasn't a slow ball, by the way. 130.6 was the speed of that ball that just missed the left-hander. Into the gap and more runs. That's a nice shot again. That's a good way to bat on this surface. Just give yourself a wee bit of time. Just pause, get into position and then work the field. I think it's the wrist work that will be needed more than the shoulder work. Faisal Afridi is the umpire, 9th ODI match. Richard Cavalbara is his partner into his experience. 114th ODI match. 7 wickets for Shahin Afridi in first over in ODIs. So he's made a bit of habit of picking up a wicket in his first over. Nicely behind that one. That's a good first over from Afridi, targeting the stumps with good impact. 6 for 1.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है अब कुछ कर लें let's say cool काफी ठीक है
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे सर्विस टायर्स पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल
Adam Zampa, the only Aussie with 100 plus ODI experience. Pakistan and Babar Azam with the most number of matches, over 100 games with Babar Azam as well. Right, it's Haris Rauf. So we're looking for some cutters straight away. Good beginning, nice and straight, targeting the stumps. That's the way to bowl on this surface.
I will keep an eye on his speed. So 143.6 the first. Alex Carey already back in the heart. Now these are just a couple of dismissals. Not a beauty of a delivery. The wrong one, a little bit of air and drift away. And a good catch in the slip cord. And this one, a bit of a loose delivery and a loose shot. So he hasn't had the best of runs in this series so far. And he's slightly disappointed watching that one again. Australia obviously slightly diminished sides with some of the big guns missing, relying heavily on some of the experienced campaigners in Carey, Inglis, Cameron Green was also dismissed for a first bowler. I beg your pardon, for a duck in that previous game. So Pakistan can make early inroads once again, especially with the seamers, because they've got some really good spinners given the nature of the surface, which would come into handy.
Oh, that was a tough one for all. And Sundry, that's gone for 4 buys. It had 2 swings actually. When it shaped away, then came back. Have a look at this one. Yeah. Massive movement back into the stumps and a tough one for Rohit because the ball was flying on him and he's probably ready for an outswinger take rather than an in-swinging dipping delivery.
Matthew Short, half century in that previous game, just stuck it out for long enough, played the important periods, and once the spinners came on,
Australians will have to figure out very quickly what amount of runs they need to win this contest and how to then adjust and adapt because moving forward, I think dealing with pace is going to be equally difficult as dealing with spin because the ball is not bouncing at all, and so it's going to be a grinder's pitch, I think, unless you are willing to use your feet against pace, stand out of the crease, do something different to force an adjustment on the pace bowlers.
obviously the surface is different to what we've seen, or what we saw just a month ago in the PSL, batter-friendly surfaces. So the T20 version of the game, so faster scoring tracks. Some of these pitches here are also have Australian soil which is used, but this one's slightly different, more similar to what we had in Rawalpindi. Where Josh Inglis at the post-match presentation said about 230, 240.
Yeah, that's the first indication of a batsman doing something different out of the crease, trying to meet the ball on the full. A couple of times the ball has been handed back to the umpire and clippings have come off because of the abrasive nature of the surface. I think this ball is going to be a battered and a bruised one very, very quickly. But this is good strategy, good draw, just walking down the surface. Good pace from Ralph so far in this over, 143.6, and the last ball 143.1. So he's not going to sacrifice his pace. It's pace on so far.
And what Australia will have to do, see Matthew Short, just having a look at the surface, his partner might have a word as well. We'll have to assess very quickly as to what is a good score. Now, as long as the seamers are on, they'll probably want to make or manufacture their own short throw, cut a stroke off his lines and length. So far, he's bowled a good first 5 deliveries. Whether Matthew Short has it in him to just dance down and chip it over and the fielders in terms of mid-on and mid-off were up in the ring.
Nice end to the over, 10 for 1.
सारा पाकिस्तान
बिल भरवाना है ऑल टाइम खत्म अपने फ़ोन से *2262 हैश टाइप करें और आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट से कोई भी बिल बआसानी अदा करें। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फ़ोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी पैसा।
PCB Live. PCB has launched its live stream app in Pakistan. The very first time. Best of luck to you. Nicely done through the offside. Everything so silky smooth regarding that shot. Didn't labor after that one at all. And it's chalk and cheese with he's on view compared to the other Aussies. Completely at home playing this one.
It's more of a check drive. Picking up the length very quick, which is slightly on the fuller side of things with pace on. Skims off this Gaddafi Stadium outfield. So a very quick field change, which is that slip that comes out, and that's a good fielding position. From the slowish nature of the surface, something that is driven on the up. Maybe Shaheen Shah Afridi just changes the pace, a slower cutter as well. So that is a good wicket-taking position that, just as I say that, there is 2 men now coming in, very close together. I think it's Salman Ali Agha and Babar Azam. And the rest of the field just moves slightly straighter.
Nice. Beautifully played into the gap for 4. Well, Shaheen Afridi wanted him to play the ball straight at short cover. The 2 fielders are pointed there, but he was so good. Such an intelligent shot. Delayed it and angled it past the point fieldsman.
I also don't think that was the length that he was looking for, with especially that field set, those 2 men on screen. You want to be slightly fuller. If you are looking to bring them in play, the ball needs to be slightly fuller to ask Josh Inglis to drive on the up. The back of the length will be hit through square on the offside. That's the kind of length if you want to bring those wicket-taking positions into play. So back-to-back boundaries. At PCB Lifetime, for the first time, Pakistan Cricket Board has launched its live streaming app. You can go on to Google Store or Apple App Store or onto their website live.pcb.com.pk. Catch all the live action and the highlights of this series.
Changing his bowling angles here, Shaheen Afridi wants him to drive uppishly, maybe get caught trying to drive of a slow ball or a cutter. That's why he's got that that feel on the offside. Two fielders next to each other at short cover. Bird TV continues to flourish on such surfaces. Don English very soon will become Josh Urdu. Be careful. I think that's one shot that you should avoid at any cost. The cut shot is absolutely not on because you're not getting any pace or bounce to play the cut shot.
Not ideal because the width isn't there either. It's not too short. Once again, it's the cutter, so stays slightly low, no pace on. We've already seen Alex Carey chop one back onto the stumps the very first ball of this game. Not just dragged on. Josh Inglis now, who's got 3 boundaries, 3 extremely well-timed strokes.
Late call, but he makes his ground. After 320 for 1.
बैंकिंग होगी अब और भी आसान। स्टार 2262 हैश डायल करें, अपने किसी भी फोन से आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट खुलवाएं। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म।
वाह, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
Not a bad start by Australia, 20 for 1. Yeah, I think that's the shot to play on this surface, especially of Haris Rauf, who's been precision driven so far. What he's tried to do is to bowl that straighter angle, that straighter line, hit the length. And just consistency from him so far. He's asking the batsman, be brave, try something different, because I'm not going to wean off from that line and length. So, at times you get frustrated watching Haris Rauf not produce consistency, and so far he's produced a bit of consistency, which is great to see. Oh, I think there's a little bit of an inside edge. What is umpire thinking? It's 4 leg byes.
And just a bit wayward on this occasion. Sliding down the leg side of the pad is what the umpire said, and rightly so. Richard Kedbra signaling a leg bye, so yet to concede a run off the bat, Haris Rauf. But yeah, on the grouping you could tell that length was immaculate, but more importantly looking to target the stumps. It's an area where he just was a slightly bit wayward in that first game.
That's the first run scored of his bowling. Off the bat, that is.
It's falling Haris Rauf's speed, yet to bowl a slow delivery. So consisting with pace, and he's been, we already showed his pace, he's been up around the 140k mark on an average, so clocking up good pace. And that remains the case. I think both the batters in the middle, Josh Inglis and Matthew Short, can just chance their arms to try and hit through the line.
At line and length not only targets the technique, but also, you giving yourself a very good chance of getting yourself a leg before and a bowled out. And I think a slow ball on a bouncer at this stage from him wouldn't be a bad ploy also. mid-on and mid-off very straight because he's bowling fuller length and straighter length. That's worked away into the gap for a run. Shorter in length this time.
Come on, boy.
Nice through mid-wicket. What a shot that is on a slow pitch against a bowler who's been very tidy. He's absolutely climbed into that one. Wonderful end was shot after that brilliant shot. 30 for 1.
Yeah, nicely leans into this. The flick of the wrist, the weight transfer, and hitting it straighter. It's gone to the left of that mid-wicket fielder, was already straight. Understanding how the surf is playing, not turning the bat too much. That is an exquisite shot. Really good from Matthew Short, continuing on his form from the previous game. 30 for 1.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है। अब कुछ कर ले। Let's cook it cold coffee, ठीक है।
Arafat Minhas is on and starts off brilliantly. Fish outside the leg stump. The keeper was moving down the leg side, and Salman Ali Agha also trying to convince the bowler that it's a close thing. Not to be. I think he's done well. As we all know, bowlers can be emotional souls, and so he could have opted for a review, but it's a sensible move. That spun a mile. Really did spin.
Chalo. Hey, Ashifat. Lovely boys.
That was the start of the show from a couple of nights ago. Pfeiffer on debut. Yeah, outside leg stump. And that's what Arafat Minhas's immediate reaction to Salman Ali Agha was, who was a bit animated. The bowler always has the best view down the line, so good self-call from the bowler.
One great performance, and straight away you see him operate with a lot of confidence and self-belief. So that's a good move, declining the option of a DRS, and then he's also adjusting his field, which is great to see from a young kid. Knows his strengths, it seems. Just alters your bowling DNA, irrespective of whether you are a 21-year-old or not. Performance helps you so much to grow as a cricketer.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure viewers must have picked up on that immediately as well. Just the body language that he's come across with was very quick to decline that review decision. And now, again, you can see 4 deliveries in every delivery. He's just taken charge of his bowling. Captain's just watching on and watching the young bowler adjust his field. So this is really good. Good confident stuff.
That's the go-to shot, and it's clubbed. Absolutely nailed through mid-wicket and seemed to have stunned Arafat. Trying to create a bit of impression and pressure, and have a look at the response. Brilliant shot.
Yeah, this is really good. Once again, because he's trying to hit it in front of square, knowing the ball is turning a mile, staying low. Even the previous hit to the fast bowler mid-wicket, it was straighter. Even this time, hitting it in between mid-on and mid-wicket. So these are a couple of really good shots from Matthew Short.
Australia would have realized that they allowed him to bowl in the first game also. So let's try to put a bit of pressure on this young kid. Let's see how he reacts.
Lovely boy.
5 overs done, 35 for 1. It's 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 done, 35 for 1. Brar on debut was also very impressive, but Arafat Minhas the only one to pick up a 5-er on debut. Spin from both ends. Pakistan want to seize the initiative now. Wicket has gone down. Let's see how Australia react to this. But a long off in position. I just don't see any value of a long off. I think it's about squeezing the singles, making sure that you get one batsman on strike for most part of the over.
Brar was the first bowling change in that previous game, came on to bowl the 7th over after both Haris and Shine had bowled 3 apiece. This time Arafat bowls the 5th and now Brar to the 6th. I completely agree with you, Ramiz, with spin being your potent weapon. Obviously, the Australian batters will have that performance in the back of their mind, so they wouldn't take chances too early.
Lovely boy.
And with that, you're allowing for that single down the ground. And just feel it's worth bringing that fielder up. And if they decide to go over, then you can change it up. I think that's an easy single down the ground there. So maybe an opportunity to squeeze a little bit more from Pakistan.
Yeah, nice one off the back foot into the gap. Picking up the length early. Inverec Solar Energy, Pakistan's most trusted brand. Of course. Australians have shown the inclination to go sweep or across the line. I think likelihood of a straight 6 is minimum, say the least. I think that's the way they're going to plan their assault against the spin, more towards mid-wicket and square leg than to cover and long off.
Small sample size so far, only the 1.5 over the spin, but the one thing that they are doing slightly differently to last time, as the catching fielder on the leg side just moves across to the off side now. Shaheen Shah Afridi looking to camp on the front foot, not so much on the back foot, which is where a few of the Australian batters lost their wickets in that previous game. Another over goes by, 6 done, 38 for 1.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है। आप कुछ कर लें? Nescafe cold कॉफी ठीक है।
अपने बैंक का एजेंट ढूंढते ढूंढते थक गए? अब हर बैंकिंग एजेंट आपका एजेंट। पैसे भेजने हो या निकालने हो, अब एक ही जगह पर मिलेगी तमाम माली सहूलियत। एजेंट्स के लिए ज्यादा बिजनेस और कस्टमर्स के लिए ज्यादा आसानी। हमारे 14 मिलियन आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट्स 16 बैंक्स के साथ इसका वाज़े सबूत है।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट powered by हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म।
Pressurize Australia with a bit of magic and spin.
One.
There's the lap sweep. Only be a single.
Now we're talking about this in the previous over. The Australian batters, they had 5 dismissals, whether they were LBWs, caught or bowled, while they were camping on that back foot. And that is where you're always late, because if you haven't picked the ball off the hand, picking off the surface when it's coming back at you with a little bit more pace. And that is something that they have looked to change so far, that they are looking to come across onto that front foot. Whether it's just looking to time the ball through the offside or even the sweeps, they're in front of square, not willing to get down. So Short is a long, tall man rather, not afraid to use his long levers to get to the length of the ball or the pitch of the ball to play the sweep.
Yeah, the problem in that first contest was that some spun and some straightened of the same length, and so they were a bit iffy regarding whether to play the spin or not. But yes, I mean, they were more camped on the back foot than front foot. Didn't really get it in the middle part of the bat, but pick up two. And I think that is what Australians need to do, not to be overwhelmed by the spin situation or how the pitch will behave. It's about remaining in the present moment and making sure that you put away the bad lengths.
You play that with the Australian mindset, the aggressive or the proactive approach.
That's such a nice shot on a spinning track. You've got to do that. Play with soft hands, use your wrists, work the ball in the gaps. And look for a partnership. This is a sizable partnership now, 42 or 40. Remember, Carey was gone first ball of the innings, and that would have skittled some of the plans. But the mindset has remained positive, and so good run so far for Australia. Round the corner, picks up another single, and it is off the bat. 43 for 1 after 7.
Wow, very impressive game. Service Tires is a game changer. Service Tire, Pakistan's global tire brand.
इवेपोरेटर कंडेंसर पीसीबी कार्ड सब कवर्ड है जो भी हो मेंटेन डॉल्स करेगा 6 साल वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री है जबरदस्त कूलिंग और फ्री इंस्टॉलेशन भी और 12 साल की कंप्रेसर वारंटी क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है
One, the Australians now with a decent partnership between Short and Inglis could not have got off to a worse start. The Australians, if you've just joined us, Alex Carey out very first delivery. And since then, a little rebuild. Bra. A little bit of turn.
Well done, guys. Come on, boys.
I think both teams would be reasonably happy with the situation of the game at the moment. Australia would be happy with just a little rebuild. And obviously Pakistan getting that early breakthrough. Oh, it's tried to go inside out, over cover. Didn't quite get it out of the middle. It's got a challenge. The boundary, but it's well fielded in the end. I think it's Arafat Minhas drags it back, but 3 to the total. Very good evening to Fazid Khan.
Hi, Greg. It's been decent from Australia so far. And Inglis, he likes this ground. He has great memories of this ground. There's only one day 100 coming here. That big chase in the Champions Trophy against England. So he holds that. But the other part of all this, Bluey, as you know, if you play the fast bowlers first and then the spinners come on, it's slightly easier. Starting against spin is difficult. So the onus on both Inglis and Short to make this start count. So in the previous game, there were wickets in clusters. As soon as you lost one, a couple more followed. So you almost go old school. Two batters who get in, bat as deep as possible.
to give yourself a chance on such a surface. And just as you say that, he's offered up a simple dismissal for Abrar. It just gripped a little bit, looked like a leading edge, and Matt Short has got to go. They almost never really arrived the ball, and that's why Short was turning it to leg far too quickly. Leading edge, simple as you like. The slowness of the pitch doing for Matt Short. Abrar with a wicket, short out for 15, 46 for 2.
It's show time, Asin. Lights और गर्मी भूल. Spotlight तुम पर है.
चलो अरसलान, पसीने को इग्नोर कर वापस गेंद पर आ.
धूप हो या प्रेशर, जस्ट फोकस नसीब.
और फिर से डैंड्रफ शुरू.
इसका क्या करूं?
The all new Care Men's Shampoo, designed खास men's scalps के लिए.
Abrar has struck for Pakistan early on too. It's in his second over. It's got the figures of 1 for 6. Matt Short, the last batsman out for Australia, brings Marnus Labuschagne to the crease, batting at number 4. Now played 68 matches for Australia and a decent average, 34. But after a duck in the first game, he'll be feeling the pressure. It's going to be tough work starting against spin. They're having a chat now to his captain, Inglis, just trying to transfer a little bit of information about how the surface is playing. Try and get off to a solid start here, defend well, absorb a little bit of pressure. What are Pakistan doing with their field? Got a slip in place. Shane Afridi's going to be on the drive. If I like that field, if Marnus Labuschagne wants to push down the ground, just with that slower surface, he's got to be careful. Make sure that ball gets right to him. So lots of fielders inside that circle for Pakistan. Stopping the one. Cut shot, can't beat the fielder.
Now what Pakistan don't want is him getting off the mark quickly, but this that leg spinner which just sticks in the surface a tad longer than Short expected. Trying to turn it to leg. Marnus gets it to leg side, he wants 2, but happy with 1, gets off the mark. Successful over from Abrar, 47 for 2.
Yeah, just looking to get it through mid-wicket. Wasn't a full-on leading edge, but it was had a fair chunk of that outside of.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है. अब कुछ कर ले. Nescafe cold कॉफी, ठीक है. बैंकिंग एजेंट ढूंढने की फिक्र अब और नहीं, क्योंकि अब हर बैंकिंग एजेंट आपका एजेंट. पैसे भेजने हो या फौरन कैश निकालना हो, अब एक ही जगह पर मिलेगी तमाम माली सहूलियात. हमारे 14 मिलियन आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट्स 16 बैंक्स के साथ इसका वाज़े सबूत है.
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट powered by हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म.
He's looked extremely good. Has now been joined by Labuschagne.
Lovely boy. Come on, boys.
This be a battle. Previous game only took 1 delivery from Arafat Minas. Right about there. He'll build towards that. He was very good in the previous game with his length and his consistency. Getting the stumps into play almost every delivery.
Good start here by Marnus Labuschagne. Good in defence at the moment, and so far good from Pakistan as well. Good contest between bat and ball. And a change of pace as well, so good subtle variations by the youngster. Just a little bit of width, and that's an excellent shot from Marnus Labuschagne, just relieving the pressure. Got the placement spot on.
Yeah, good start from Marnus. It was Arafat Minhas who blinked first. Few defensive shots and just got enough room to bisect the fielders behind point. That'll make him feel a lot better.
Nice straight bat from Marnus Labuschagne to complete the over. 51 for 2.
अब आया न्यू अनार. It's delicious AF. Delicious as Fanta.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं. सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड.
Josh Inglis, fond memories of this ground. Fantastic 120 not out off 86 deliveries against England. A slightly different surface. Going to have to work, I think, a lot harder for his runs today.
He started off well. Looked decent in defence and working out options to attack spin. This is defending well, but you also have to have a couple of shots where you can just either rotate strike or put pressure back on the bowler. That's good, staying with the ball. It is a slow pitch. You can't try and play it square too early.
Yeah, the thing I like about this innings so far from Josh Inglis, he's a runner ball, but he hasn't taken a risk. Mr. Kettleborough, the umpire, just having a word to the umpire about the follow-through. I think on this surface too, Buzzard, you've got to swallow your ego a little bit. You know, you have to realise there's going to be a lot more dot balls out there if you've got to spend some time. And if you do face a few dot balls like Josh Inglis's face, don't get too pressurised. Try and have that end total inside. I'm sure they've spoken about a team total that they'd be happy with.
Now, there'll be situations where you need to absorb pressure. The worst thing you could do is just go for a high-risk shot and that doesn't come off. Maiden over from Abrar. He's bowled 3, 1 for 7, 51 for 2.
बिल भरवाना है और टाइम खत्म. अपने फोन से *2262 हैश डायल करें और आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट से कोई भी बिल बआसानी अदा करें. आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट.
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म.
सुकून हासिल हुआ, सुकून हासिल हुआ बाखुदा, सूफी दिल हुआ हर बाखुदा, सुनता हर दुआ. सूफी जो नाम है एतमाद का.
In this country, that the spinners have just been completely dominant. Well bowled from Minhas. And even though that's past the outside edge, I actually think that's pretty well played by Marnus Labuschagne. He's defending his stumps. He's worried about the one that skids straight on.
Gets really good revs on the ball. The seam position whenever he's bowling is almost spot on, aiding his turn away from the right-hander. And even when it's slightly short, this sort of surface where the ball is turning, you can get away with it, but he is pretty consistent and he's bowling to the right-handers especially.
Oh, top edge, he's gone for the big shot, it's going to be out, yes. Oh, he looks so good, Marnus Labuschagne, in defence, and then he's gone for his first big shot, the sweep shot, and it's brought about his dismissal.
Again, there was turn, but the length, absolutely perfect. Marnus filthy with himself, because he thought he had that one, just a little bit of bounce and turn off the surface. Easy catch for Salman Ali Agha. And once again, left arm spin, Arafat Minhas. He's on the scorecard. Marnus out for 5, 51 for 3.
It's showtime, Hassan. लाइट्स और गर्मी भूल, स्पॉटलाइट तुम पर।
चलो अरसलान, पसीने को इग्नोर कर, वापस गेम पर आ।
तू कोई प्रेशर, जस्ट फोकस नसीब।
और फिर से डैंड्रफ शुरू।
इसका क्या करूं?
The all-new Clear Men's Shampoo, डिजाइन खास men's scalps के लिए।
Cameron Green, just 26 years of age, played a reasonable amount of international cricket, averaging over 40 in ODIs. Got 100, best of 118 not out, but he's under the pump here. Australia now 51 for 3. 2 slips in place. Oh, and it's just past the outside edge. And this is where Pakistan are so good. When they get dismissals, they make you feel like you're under immense pressure. And the bowling is backing his fielders up as well. Very, very well bowled. Successful over. 51 for 3.
Yeah, the turn and bounce, defeating that attempted sweep shot. Marnus knew straight away. Because of the fact that he gets those revs and get the ball just to jump off the surface slightly.
Dolan's Tremaline Low Frost Refrigerator range. With its Duo Frost technology, independent cooling system keeps food fresh for longer. Dolan's Tremaline, designed for better.
Next है सारा पाकिस्तान।
Couple runs to the captain, Josh Inglis. It was good team bowling, really. Was that? I think that what that dismissal of his previous over bowled a maiden to Josh Inglis, and then Marnus Labuschagne was on strike for the next over and faced dot balls. We felt like he needed to keep that scoreboard ticking over a little bit because it's all Pakistan at the moment. pushing into the offside. Gee, Cameron Green was very slow to get going.
Super Asia इन्वर्टर एयर कूलर बर्फ जैसी ठंडी हवा सेविंग के साथ and with the spinners bowling they go through their overs quite quickly, suddenly look up and he played a number of dots, so that too adds to the pressure. Nicely played, just rode the bounce, picked the gap, timing is good, gets off the mark with a boundary, does Green.
Yeah, lucky the placement was spot on there by Green because it was in the air. It was the top spinner standing nice and tall, but good power in that shot. Outfield is lightning here in Lahore. Oh, just pushing into the offside and sent back. I think that was a good call from the non-striker. 58 for 3.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है। अब कुछ कर ले। Let's get cold कॉफी की किट। बैंकिंग होगी अब और भी आसान। *2262# डायल करें, अपने किसी भी फोन से आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट खुलवाएं। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म।
वाह, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
Just in the air, but past the bowler. Brings Cameron Green on strike. Was out to the man he's just about to face in the first ODI. This was the dismissal. And I guarantee you, ever since he heard the death rattle, he would have been thinking about that dismissal and thinking about how he could have played it a little bit better.
Come on, guys. One more, boys.
Arafat Minhas was the star of the show in the first ODI. Well, he's getting more turn today. The only thing I will say about that, Buzz, it seems more consistent spin on this surface. I thought it was a little bit more unpredictable in the first ODI.
And that should just allow the Australian batters to be slightly more comfortable. Every delivery sort of turning. They need to get through the spell of Abrar and Minhas. Inside edge, that one carried on with the arm. Come back for the second, Will Green. 61 for 3.
न्यू एंड इम्प्रूव्ड लाइफ बॉय विटामिन ई और ग्लिसरीन के साथ स्किन बैरियर को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाता है ताकि लाइफ के हर टेस्ट के लिए स्किन रहे रेडी। स्किन रेडी तो हम लाइफ रेडी।
Pakistan going through a nice little period. Taken 1 for 14 off the last 5 overs. Sadikat is on to bowl, the 21-year-old. All a young talent, this team. I really enjoy seeing the new talent starting to come through. Left arm orthodox.
Didn't bowl in the previous game. Quite a decent left arm spinner. Gets the ball just to straighten off the surface. He's normally attacking that front pad, and the one that goes straight on. With Bank Alphalas 1,100 plus branches, open your current account to enjoy various free services and earn Orbit rewards.
Why the change in bowling, do you think, Buzzard?
I reckon it's more to target Green with left arm spin and try and spin one or hit one on the pads. Well, we saw this in the first game as well. He did, with the Brar, obviously bowl him in a couple of spells, 3 spells. So, he's got so many options with the spinners. He's got Salman Ali Agha, Shadab, Sadakat, so you can fiddle around with that. But I reckon left arm spin, probably assess that. That's the biggest danger against Cameron Green.
They're just looking at Shadab Khan doing some warm-ups. Now, whether he's trying to get in front of the captain or not, I'm not too sure, or he's not too far off from bowling and over himself. That seemed a lot easier to face for the Australians. End of the over, 65 for 3.
Wow, very impressive play. Service Tyres is a game changer. Service Tyre, Pakistan's global tyre brand.
Similar kind of a story for Aussie batters, once again struggling against Pakistani spinners or exploiting the conditions to the fullest.
I had a good partnership going when Josh Inglis and Matthew Short were batting. A couple of soft dismissals that had just pegged Australia back 65 for 3. Cameron Green got a great one in that previous match from Arafat Minhas, got the ball to grip and turn. Now into his 6th over.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका भी। 5वीं गेंद रहेगी, इरफात मिनहास की गेंदबाजी का सामना कैमरून ग्रीन कर रहे हैं। आए यहाँ पर इरफात मिनहास, अच्छी ये गेंद थी, बिल्कुल विकेट टू विकेट गेंदबाजी। डेड बैट के साथ इस गेंद का सामना कर रहे थे कैमरून ग्रीन और कवर्स की जानिब फील्डर के पास गई ये गेंद, कोई रन नहीं बना इस गेंद पे। आखिरी गेंद रहेगी, क्या मैडन ओवर जाएगा? पीटी6 वेलकम टू यू एज वेल। आखिरी गेंद और उसे भी डेड बैट के साथ खेलते हुए वापस बॉलर की जानिब खेला गया। ये शॉट था, कोई रन नहीं बना। मैडन ओवर ये इरफात मिनहास की जानिब से 6 ओवर्स में उन्होंने अभी तक 17 रन दिए हैं, 1 विकेट हासिल कर रखी है दोस्तों। 15 ओवर्स के खेल के बाद 65 पे 3 टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया। नज़ीर अहमद इंडिया मुरादाबाद से हैं, वेलकम करते हैं आपको भी। बुरेवाला से सैफ अली भाई हैं, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। विल ऑस्ट्रेलिया बी एबल टू स्कोर 250 रन टुडे? फतेह शेर भाई का सवाल है। तो नासिर भाई हैं, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका भी। के एरिया में गैप में शॉट, फील्डर की अच्छी एफर्ट और यकीनी 2 रन बचाए अपनी टीम के लिए। ऑस्ट्रेलिया से शुजा भाई हैं, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया शुजा भाई आपका। और वीटीसी साहब का भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, वेलकम करते हैं। काफ़ी लंबे अरसे के बाद आप नज़र आए हमारे मोड़, शायद कहीं बिजी थे। रियाज अहमद हैं फैसलाबाद से, वेलकम करते हैं रियाज साहब आपको भी। शमशेर शेख भाई सिंध से हैं। दूसरी गेंद रहेगी, शबीर हुसैन भाई वेलकम टू यू एज वेल। KSA से हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। मास सदाकत की आई बॉल की, अच्छा ये गेंद था, आउटसाइड एज होने के बाद पॉइंट के फील्डर के पास गई ये गेंद, कोई रन नहीं बना इस गेंद पे। अगर ओडीआई रैंकिंग की बात करें तो टीम इंडिया पहले स्थान पर, पहली पोजीशन।
New entrant to the side, with the opposition slightly under pressure, giving the new guy a go. Second reason is that finger spinner, the left arm finger spinner, as we saw in the previous game, also extracted the most amount of turn. So maybe just giving Shadab a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, there is another point. When you talk about finger spinners, they have darted the ball in, and hence pitch has responded to their style of bowling. But when you talk about
guys, follow करें, like
they tend
करें.
to flight the ball. And dealing with wrist spinners on a surface like this has been easy. And maybe that is the reason why Captain Shaheen Shah Afridi opted to go with another finger spinner.
सब गाइस फॉलो करें,
in the
लोग देख रहे
previous
हैं।
game did not pick up a wicket, went for 54 in his 8 overs.
बाबर आजम की सेंचुरी किस किस ने देखनी है, नीचे कमेंट्स करें।
अपने बैंक का एजेंट ढूंढते ढूंढते थक गए? अब हर बैंकिंग एजेंट आपका एजेंट। पैसे भेजने हो या निकालने हो, अब एक ही जगह पर मिलेगी तमाम माली सहूलियतें। एजेंट्स के लिए ज्यादा बिजनेस और कस्टमर्स के लिए ज्यादा आसानी। हमारे 14 मिलियन आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट्स 16 बैंक्स के साथ इसका वाज़ेह सबूत है।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म।
गाइस साथ साथ फॉलो करते रहे, फॉलो करते रहे।
Minhas show Pakistan punted Australia out for 200 and faced it with plenty to spare in the tank. A couple of youngsters on show did well. Ghazi Ghori with his maiden half century in international cricket. Shadab now into the attack. 27-year-old has been hit by injury on repeated occasions and has now made a comeback into the side late last year.
साफ ज़्यादा फराना कितने स्कोर बनाएगा सब बताओ।
Back end of November. Also, in spite of all the experience, Shadab has still a little bit of a steep learning curve in terms of showing what he's made up of. Obviously, the reputation he has at the international level, plus with so much of talent available to make his mark by coming into form quickly as well. So, must be nerves as well.
Yeah, nerves are always frayed. If you're making a comeback, they only settle if you start to pick up wickets as a bowler, as a batter when you start to score runs. But what I liked in last two deliveries from Shadab, the pace was very good. Big Hotel Mobile, it's the selfie moment.
Yeah, great to see the crowd come in. Big smiles as well. Yeah, really good turn. And from good areas. From really good areas as well. Josh Ingle is just there. A little bit of a signal as well. A hint of drift in and then the pitch gripping.
The way he moved towards the leg stump, he wasn't sure whether it's a leg spinner or a googly. Well, pace of that occasion helped him because there was no turn and picks up a boundary.
Boundary after 5 overs. And it took a delivery touch short and very quick to pounce on that onto the back foot and times it through the offside. So a welcome boundary for Australia. Pressure back on Shadab. That's the wrong one. Varying his pace, he's fluctuated between 80 and 90 miles per hour already in this over.
फॉलो करते रहे आपका शुक्रिया बहुत.
Length at which he bowls. A good one to end the over from Shadab, 74 for 3.
अब कुछ कर ले. Let's go cold.
Dolan's Premaline No Frost refrigerator range. With its Duo Frost technology, independent cooling system keeps food fresh for longer. Dolan's Premaline, designed for that.
In Pakistan, records are equal. 7 aside in Lahore, records are equal. Overall, Australia have a mammoth lead. In recent times, Pakistan have managed to win a few series against Australia. Pakistan managed to win today. This will be the 3rd series, ODI series, that Pakistan will beat Australia.
सब guys follow करें, like करें.
The first 2 overs in the power play with the new ball. Returns for the 18th, Haris Rauf. Shaheen Afridi obviously looking for a wicket here. He wants to just peg the Australians back. These are the first 3 wickets that fell on the very first delivery. Alex Carey just throwing his bat at a wide one. One that just held in the surface. Simple return catch to Abrar Ahmed. The last to fall, Manas Labuschagne. Sweep. Salman Ali Agha does a clean-up job in the slip board. There's 2 men in the middle who like this space on.
But Roj, I've never seen Aussie batters struggle this much against spinners. In my playing days, they had fantastic batters who were never afraid to jump out of the crease. They always had the right ideas to deal with the spinners, and at that time, some quality spinners are with. Level from all the sides. But here, they've been awfully quiet. These Aussie batters. And in a very defensive mode.
Not allow is for the bowlers to find that length and just settle in. Here comes that catch-22 as to the amount of risk you want to take by either moving laterally in your crease or jumping out of the crease and throwing the bowler off his length, trying to hit downtown.
Guys, follow करें, like करें.
Josh Inglis and Cameron Green just looking to put together a partnership, stabilize proceedings, then build from there. I think that strategy also works. Given surface, we know this is not a 300 surface. Around the 240 mark should be a good target to look at. In the meantime, it is a super soft time. Clean like a dream with your premium detergent powder.
Now, the way forward for these Aussie batters are to take the leaf out of Babar Azam's and Rory Sport. They were looking to rotate the strike. They were playing the balls with a softer hand, even though the ball were turning a lot. But if you keep on thinking about defending the ball and do not take the pressure towards the bowler as a batter, you have a very small chance to succeed.
Guys, follow करें.
Probably worth putting into context that this is not Australia's premium strength side as well. So a lot of responsibility on the onus lies on the experienced campaigners, and probably why Inglis and Green just biding time. One of them bats through, Australia will look to get that big score. Give their bowlers enough to defend. One down to third to end the 18th. Australia 76 for 3. Hot sweltering day here in Lahore. It's time for a drinks break.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेंड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं. सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड. Watch Pakistan versus Australia live on PCB Live app. Download now on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Pakistan cricket का अपना platform.
गाइस लाइक और शेयर करें।
आप क्या कर रहे हैं? मैं पीसीबी की ऐप डाउनलोड कर रहा हूँ, जिससे आसानी होगी कि डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेटर्स को देख सके और तमाम जितने भी क्रिकेट के फैन हैं पीसीबी की ऐप डाउनलोड करें और क्रिकेट का लुत्फ उठाएं।
Second ODI underway here at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore. Once again, it was Shaheen Shah Afridi who won the toss, and he's asked the opposition skipper to have a bat first. Alex Carey dismissed on the very first ball of the game. Australia now putting something together in a batting partnership. 25 of 44 between Inglis and Cameron Green. Australia at the end of 18 and out of the drinks break 76-3. And it's time to bid farewell to one of the best cheerleaders that Pakistan cricket has. Chacha Cricket, this is his final series in Pakistan. He has been outstanding in terms of following Pakistan and has witnessed some memorable games for Pakistan, including watching over 500 international games live.
And he has inspired many who wrote Chacha Cricket. There are so many disciples. Should I be using that word or not? There are so many followers.
He witnessed his first ever live ODI game here in 1969. Watched Javed Miandad that 6 in Sharjah live. 1999 World Cup final, semi-final in 2011. Champions Trophy in 2017. Some of his fond memories as those were for Pakistan cricket as well. So for the final time here in Pakistan watching live, very thank you to Chacha Cricket.
And he was the first cheerleader in the history of Pakistan who was actually sponsored. It seems like that Green has gained some confidence, and that's why he's playing almost every delivery of the backwood. That's his strength. Has influenced many, like it was suggested.
Mohammed, you mentioned that Chacha Cricket has inspired many, and he's got some young and old followers, all in abundance. There you go. Yeah, Pakistan salutes you. Well done. Just felt like the wrong one was coming. Saw him warm up earlier on in the day to Ash Nofke, who's the bowling coach for Pakistan, as he overtakes by 79 for 3.
रैंकिंग होगी अब और भी आसान। *2262 # डायल करें। अपने किसी भी फोन से आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट खुलवाएं। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी प्लेटफॉर्म।
The first time the PCB goes live, you can download the PCB Live app on the Google and Apple Play stores. Or you can log on to that website live.pcb.com.pk, pick up all the live action and highlights. He's bowled well. The one thing that I've liked today from Haris Rauf, he hasn't tried to change stuff up. What is working is just that good length area, trying to hit top of off, and he's bowled with some pace throughout. Into his fourth over, he's constantly clocked at north of 140. So sometimes sticking to fundamentals is key.
It seems like he's concentrating on keeping his face behind the ball. That's why he's been consistent with his line
over from Shadab.
That's what you get from him. Some energy in the field. He can contribute in every department. What a save. That was boundary bound. But Shadab came in the way. Brilliant effort.
English now 40. Doing a good job here with the bat. A Rivaj shield moment. Sunblock protection, all of it important with sunblock SPF 60. Very important players and onlookers in the field.
You know the utility and importance of sunblock, don't you? Ruth. You played cricket in the sun. Nowadays you play golf. More focus this time around when you talk about Haris Rauf. He's keeping his eyes on the target and then gives everything. And yet, very accurate. Very good effort from Haris Rauf. This outing.
And once again, the entire over. A very decent clip, especially in these hot conditions. Yeah, full and straight, looking for that block hole. Watch Cameron Green, he's yet to venture out of his crease, either to move laterally or just dance down the track. He's favored to play from within the crease. Been fairly defensive, in particular to Haris Rauf. 11 of 27 now.
Excellent presentation of the scene from Haris Rauf. And he has lead runs. That is very important. At times he's guilty of leaking runs, leaking boundaries, but very consistent. A good delivery to finish the over. 10 of his 4, 81 for 3.
नया लाइफबॉय शैम्पू एलोवेरा और मिल्क प्रोटीन फॉर्मूला के साथ बनाए बाल मजबूत और वो भी बेहतर कीमत में पूरे 50 रुपए की बचत के साथ लाइफबॉय शैम्पू कुदरत की मजबूती का न्यू लुक
Dolan's Premaline No Frost Refrigerator range. With its Duo Frost technology, independent cooling system keeps food fresh for longer. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
अब आया नया अनाज It's delicious. AF delicious as matcha.
Shortly with one, a couple shared between Arafat and Abrar. Plenty of bowling options available. 6 of them. 81-3. Important for Australia. 30 off 56, the partnership now between Josh Inglis and Cameron Green, who's just starting to find his feet. Out there for 28 deliveries and will have a good measure of how the surface is now responding. One thing is for sure, it's been consistent. Even if it's on the slower side or the turning side, we saw the surface in Islamabad a couple of times just keeping a touch too low, variable bounce as well, some just gripping and bouncing and jumping at the batter. This has been a little bit more consistent. Now the up to continue. chance to win a Bigotel smartphone. You can scan the QR code or download the PCB Live app. Get into the line, become a lucky winner. Tossed up slightly.
Now, we haven't seen both these batters employing a sweep stroke. Trying to figure out why shot my leg. Is it the bowler who has asked? Or is the captain's decision? Anyways, the bat can be done away with. And why not give him a slip or shot extra cover? That'll help the cause of not only Shadab but also Pakistani's captain.
Josh Inglis, on the other hand, a good pair of spin. He has looked to sometimes just use his speed or nudge the ball and create his own angles. Cameron Green so far is opted to play defensive and with a very straight bat. 21 done, 83 for 3.
Service जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी पाकिस्तान global time brand. Partnership 32 of 62. Partnership that is needed for Australia. Remember last game they were bowled out for 200. Just make sure that they give themselves a chance. 5 and over, they get to 228, but that'll be their thinking later on. Right now, they want to build and build. They want to lose wickets as they did in the previous game. Time Shafridi round the wicket into the attack. Pace on might just suit Inglis. Australia clearly looking for a lift off through this partnership, but whether the plan will be enacted or not, only time will tell, because I think this pitch has got to get tougher and tougher for batting. So in between, you've got to land punches, make sure that the rhythm is with you. So far, so good. I think what they've done so well is that they've watched the ball closely. On a surface like this, you need to do that. And also play as late as possible. Play with a straighter angle of the blade. Got to dig in, the grinders. Pitch this. So you got to make sure that you give your best. Hope for the best. Not try to preempt. Make sure that you look for runs. Somehow you got to look for 4 and over at least. Trapalti moment in the Trapalti lounge.
भाई लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करें.
No one key brand of Pakistan. Captain has taken the onus on himself as India's 42 of 59. He thinks that one of Australia's batters need to bat really deep and maybe bat through the innings. Four dot balls. Almost have to go old school. Make sure that you've got wickets in hand. Make sure that the set batters out there come the last part of the innings. At the moment, Australia just making sure that they utilize
utilize these overs. All 50 overs. This is good from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Come back into the attack. 5 dot balls.
गाइस सब्सक्राइब करें।
Very good from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Made Nova. It is 83 for 3. Slow progress, but the partnership nonetheless. 32 of 68. While on a slowish pitch for Australia yet again. Pakistan used 6 bowlers. Quite happy with the progress so far. Run rate just 3.77. But they don't want these two to get even more settled and then be able to expand their stroke play. Shadab Khan. On the ground, just a single. This probably is a bowler or two in mind who he can attack. Still searching for a wicket. Went wicketless in the first ODI. Nicely driven through the offside. So the single's coming. Another punch down the ground. He hasn't slipped a great deal, Inglis, and just goes on to show his ability to read the ball off the hand and not in a panic-like situation, so he's done exceedingly well amongst all the other on view here. Stood out, that's gone and launched for 6. First 6 of the innings. And it's Cameron Green with a massive hit. And it's 3 down for 93. Yeah, the googly picked. Just playing off the back foot and he's got plenty of power. That sailed away. Googly did turn, but it was too short. Cameron Green now looking exceedingly comfortable as his innings goes on.
बैंकिंग एजेंट ढूंढने की फिक्र अब और नहीं, क्योंकि अब हर बैंकिंग एजेंट आपका एजेंट। पैसे भेजने हो या फौरन निकालना हो, अब एक ही जगह पर मिलेगी तमाम माली सहूलियात। हमारे 14 मिलियन आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट्स।
With Bank Alpara's 1,100 plus branches, open your current account, enjoy various free services, and earn orbital reward.
कंसिस्टेंटली क्रीज में ही था, मतलब कि उनका पांव जो है वो क्रीज से बाहर नहीं गया था। अच्छी गेम अवेयरनेस ये ग्रीन की जानिब से, जिन्होंने विकेटों के पीछे स्टंप आउट होने से अपने आप को बचाया। 97 पे थी टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया, 25वां ओवर, और यहाँ पर अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम को
ख्वाहिश पूरी नहीं हुई। अब ये देखें, मैच ऐसे देख रहे हैं जैसे इनका शौक है, ये शौक है, ये देखें। तो ये आप देख सकते हैं, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ये देखें, ये मैच लगा हुआ है, ठीक।
Adelo, Adelo, Ura.
Men's shampoo, designed खास men's scalps के लिए. Shaw batted well in the previous ODI. Have to bring some of that game again here in Lahore. Arafat Minas yet again. Go-to bowler he's becoming in this series for Pakistan. A good player of spin. And previous innings, he batted well, batted quite securely. Serious player, he's got a number of years first-class experience right now. The challenge with the left arm spin. Arafat Minas does have an impact on you if the last man was dismissed. With a delivery like that didn't bounce at all. Let's see how he copes with it. A little different to the others. First ball trying a reverse lap. His ability to hit the stumps ball after ball, reaping rich dividends in the end, getting rid of Inglis. And suddenly the pressure back on Australia. The wicket of Inglis. They're building nicely, but they'll have to restart. And Shaw with a couple of reverse sweeps. In the air, almost. And quite close to the captain. Well, so far the indication is he's trying to power his way through here in this innings and very lucky in the end. Of reverse sweeps, then a flick, almost carrying the shot to the shot mid-wicket. Now the onus is on Green to make it happen. He's been out there for 46 balls. And he's been good with his defensive technique. 2 for 20, and this is his last ball of his 8th over. Again, how good he's been. Challenging length, yet again a successful over. Arafat Minas, Australia 103 for 4. I'm going to say it's unlucky because that ball didn't bounce at all. But to the bowler's credit, he was wicket to wicket, so in the end got a good result. Pakistan have been provided with a breather because that partnership was controlling that partnership of 51. After that is that story again with Arafat Minhas and Abrar making life quite difficult for the Australian batters. Abrar round the wicket. Back. Can't be playing off the back foot. But that's how he shapes up, Renshaw. Either he uses his feet or goes back and plays from the crease. He was bowled by Abrar in the first ODI as well, where he went back, was cleaned up. Yeah, that's a lot better technique to survive on the surface. Official mobile handset partner of the series, Egotel Mobile. Being very conscious of watching the ball closely. He's on the back foot, watching it onto the pad. Right, but there is an element of doubt when he goes forward with the ball turning. I feel that the Australians look a lot more focused in this contest, and they'll make a fist of things moving forward. We've seen that from batsmen. That last partnership was a good one for Australia, just kept their hopes alive. Looking at Greenhouse shaping up, he looks determined. Let's see whether he can bat out the last few overs here, the last 15 overs or so. Bonus for Australia, 104 for 4.
बिल परवाना है ऑल टाइम पता अपने फोन से *2262 हैश टाइप करें और आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट से कोई भी बिल आसानी अदा करें। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट, आपका फोन अब आपका बैंक अकाउंट। आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट पावर्ड बाय हमारा अमानी।
अपने बैंक का एजेंट ढूंढते ढूंढते थक गए? अब हर बैंकिंग एजेंट आपका एजेंट। पैसे भेजने हो या निकालने हो, अब एक ही जगह पर मिलेगी तमाम माली सहूलियत। एजेंट्स के लिए ज्यादा बिजनेस और कस्टमर्स के लिए ज्यादा आसानी। हमारे 14 मिलियन आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट्स 16 बैंक्स के साथ इसका वाज़ेह सबूत है।
आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट।
That's all the live action and highlights of Pakistan versus Australia series. You can download the PCB Live app from Apple and Google Store or log on to live.pcb.com.pk. That is fantastic news. Another initiative taken by Pakistan Cricket Board. And after the departure of the captain, who played so well for his 50, Cameron Green has to log in. The big man has to play a big one for Australia. He's got his feeling right, got the feel of the pitch, should know how to go about the job from here on. And what sort of a total is going to be good enough for Australia to defend? Yeah, he's definitely been under pressure. Previous over by Arafat. You can see what Green's trying to do. He's trying to protect his stumps. And then if the ball turns, he's just hoping that it turns past the edge. How about the lanes and lengths from Arafat? Immaculate.
of the over Matt Renshaw लैप करना चाहते थे, बड़ी अपील एलबीडब्ल्यू की, लेकिन नॉट आउट का सिग्नल अंपायर की जानिब से। मैट रेनशॉ अब सरवाइव करते हुए पाकिस्तान की टीम अब देखना है रिव्यू के लिए जाएंगे या नहीं। 5 से 6 सेकंड का टाइम बाकी है और पाकिस्तानी टीम ने रिव्यू लेने का फैसला कर लिया है। थर्ड अंपायर के पास जाने का फैसला किया गया है। रोहिल नजीर बिट्टो के पीछे थे। अरफात मिन्हास की वैसे ये तेज गेंद थी, स्ट्रेट डिलीवरी थी और अब देखना है कि बॉल ट्रैकिंग में चीजें किस तरह से चलने वाली हैं। ओ ये गेंद बिट्टो की लाइन में पिच नहीं हुई है। जी हाँ, रिव्यू को लूज कर देगी टीम पाकिस्तान शायद, और इंपैक्ट भी इस गेंद का आउटसाइड दी लाइन ऑफ ऑफ स्टंप हमें दिख रहा है। पहली नजर में देखने से मुझे तो ये प्लेयर आउट नहीं लग रहे हैं, बाकी अब अंपायर का डिसीजन है। वेटिंग फॉर दैट अल्ट्राइज, और अल्ट्राइज की मदद से देखा जा सकता है कि ये गेंद बल्ले को मिस करते हुए, पैड्स को मिस करते हुए सीधा बल्ले को और ग्लव्स को मिस करते हुए सीधा जाकर पैड्स पे जा लगी है। जी हाँ, पैड्स पे जा लगी ये गेंद और अब बॉल ट्रैकिंग का टाइम है। पिचिंग आउटसाइड ऑफ, इंपैक्ट इन ला, इंपैक्ट अंपायर कॉल और विकेट्स में अंपायर कॉल। अंपायर कॉल की वजह से सरवाइव करते हुए टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मैट रेनशॉ। जी हाँ, अंपायर ने नॉट आउट दिया था और It's 108 for the loss of 4 wickets 29 overs के बाद। अरफात मिन्हास का भी एक ओवर बाकी है और टोटल इस इनिंग्स में भी 21 ओवर्स बचे हुए हैं। एक 108 पे 4 है टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया 29 के बाद। अभी भी 21 ओवर्स का खेल जो कि होना है बाकी। सैयद मेसाम भी मौजूद है हमारे साथ। वेलकम टू दी लाइव। ग्रीन के 24 रन है जिन्होंने अब तक 55 गेंदों का कर रखा है सामना। रनशॉ के 5 रन है जिन्होंने अब तक 8 गेंदों का किया हुआ है सामना। इमरानुल्लाह ने भी ज्वाइन कर रखा है हमें। वेलकम टू दी लाइव। रनशॉ 5 के स्कोर पर मौजूद हैं और उन्होंने अब तक 8 गेंदों का कर रखा है सामना। ग्रीन अब 24 के स्कोर पर मौजूद है और हारिस रऊफ को बॉलिंग के लिए लाया गया है। जी हाँ, हारिस रऊफ को बॉलिंग के लिए लाया गया है। क्या ये एक अच्छी बॉलिंग चेंज है या नहीं, आपकी नजर में ये भी जरा बताइएगा आप हमें। 108 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट्स। पहली गेंद हारिस की पैड्स पे थी। अच्छा फ्लिक शॉट लेग साइड में। ये जो बना बनाया कंट्रोल है इसको मेंटेन रखना होगा हारिस रऊफ को, अदरवाइज चीजें मुश्किल से मुश्किल होती जाएंगी। तो 109 रन टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया। 4 खिलाड़ियों के नुकसान पे 30वां ओवर। रनशॉ के 5 रन है जिन्होंने 8 गेंदों का किया हुआ है सामना। ग्रीन के 25 रन है जिन्होंने अब तक 56 गेंदों का किया हुआ है सामना। ओवर की दूसरी गेंद लेकर हारिस रऊफ फिर से आए। गेंद की ऑन पैड डिलीवरी थी जिसे संभलते हुए खेला है बल्लेबाज ने मिड विकेट के इलाके में। शॉर्ट मिड विकेट के इलाके
बहुत शौकीन है। ये देखें मैच के बहुत शौकीन है मेरे भाई। ये मैच है, स्कोर भी आपको दिखा देते हैं। देखिए 110 पे 4 आउट 30 ओवर और ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो स्ट्रगल कर रहा है और मामू यहाँ पर
लगाने के लिए 29 ओवर और 2 गेंदों के बाद 4 विकेटों के नुकसान पर 110 रन। इस ओवर की तीसरी गेंद कैमरन ग्रीन के लिए पॉइंट और कवर के दरमियान से इस गेंद को ड्राइव कर दिया है और आसानी से 1 रन बना लिया है दोस्तों। 111 रन ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम के हो चुकी हैं और स्ट्राइक रोटेट होता हुआ एक बार फिर से मैथ्यू रेनशो के पास चला जाएगा जो ओवर की चौथी गेंद का सामना करेंगे। हारिस रऊफ के इसके बाद मजीद 5 ओवर बाकी हैं। शाहीन शाह अफरीदी के 6 ओवर बाकी बची हैं।
पहली बैटिंग में मैं सो रहा हूँ, ठीक है। ये बंदा दूसरी बैटिंग में। हाय सीसी कूली वर्ल्ड, हाय हाउ आर यू।
मैट रेनशॉ देखना होगा कि मैट रेनशॉ इस बार किस जानब खेलते हैं। तो यॉर्कर लेंथ दोस्तों यहाँ पर गेंद फेंका है जिसे खेल दिया है सीधा कॉर्नर के एरिया में, लेकिन गेंद को मिड विकेट के एरिया में ही रोक लिया गया। कोई स्कोर नहीं बनाने दिया गया। डॉट बॉल ही हमें देखने को मिली है और इस तरह से दोस्तों स्कोर फिलहाल 111 ही 4 विकेट के नुकसान के साथ 30वें ओवर की 4 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं। जितने भी दोस्त आप हमारे साथ इस वक्त जुड़ रहे हैं सबको वार्मली वेलकम करते हैं हम अपने चैनल स्कोर सेंटर के ऊपर। तो अहमद जफर कहते हैं कि 163 पे ऑल आउट। तो अहमद जफर ने भाई बड़ा ही आपने कहाँ से यहाँ मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ ये आपने रात ख्वाब में देखा होगा कि ना 170 ना 185 ना 200 दरमियान में 163 स्कोर के ऊपर ऑल आउट है। चलें जी, हारिस रऊफ इस ओवर की 5वीं गेंद लेकर निकले और यहाँ पर दोस्तों शॉट खेल दिया है डीप स्क्वायर लेग के एरिया में, लेकिन फील्डर मौजूद है। 2 स्कोर लेने में हो सकते हैं कामयाब, या शायद 1 ही स्कोर लिया गया। तो 1 ही स्कोर यहाँ पर दोस्तों लिया गया है और स्कोर है इस वक्त बढ़ता हुआ 112 4 विकेट के नुकसान के साथ 30वें ओवर की 5 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं। तो 30वें ओवर की दोस्तों 5 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं। 112 स्कोर 4 विकेट के नुकसान के साथ 3 स्कोर इस ओवर में बढ़ चुका है हारिस रऊफ की। आखिरी गेंद लेकर निकलेंगे हारिस रऊफ, सामना करेंगे कैमरन ग्रीन जो कि बना चुके हैं 25 स्कोर 57 गेंदों के साथ। अच्छी और ज़बरदस्त यहाँ पर बल्लेबाजी देखने को मिल रही है कैमरन ग्रीन की जानब से। चलें जी, इस ओवर की आखिरी गेंद लेकर निकलेंगे हारिस रऊफ, सामना करेंगे कैमरन ग्रीन जो कि बना चुके हैं 25 स्कोर। देखते हैं इस बार किस जानब शॉट खेलते हैं। चलें जी, इस बार अंपायर को क्रॉस किया, गुड लेंथ गेंद थी, विकेटों की लाइन में आराम से गेंद को डीप स्क्वायर लेग की जानब खेला, फील्डर मौजूद है, 1 स्कोर लेने में हुए हैं कामयाब और इस तरह से स्कोर बढ़ता हुआ 112 हो चुका है। 112 स्कोर नहीं, माफ कीजिए 113 स्कोर 4 विकेट के नुकसान के साथ 30 ओवर मुकम्मल हो चुके हैं दोस्तों। तो 30 ओवर मुकम्मल हो चुके हैं, पीछे सिर्फ 20 ओवर का खेल बाकी रह चुका है, यानी 120 गेंदें बाकी रह चुकी हैं दोस्तों। देखता होगा कि क्या 120 गेंदों पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम कितना मैक्सिमम से मैक्सिमम स्कोर बना पाएगी, क्योंकि विकेटों की अगर मैं बात करूं तो विकेटें जो है सिर्फ 6 ऑस्ट्रेलिया के हाथ में हैं। तलहा सईद हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, कहते हैं कि भाई मेरा नाम लो। तो तलहा सईद को हम वेलकम करते हैं अपने चैनल स्कोर सेंटर के ऊपर, और भी जितने भी दोस्त अहबाब हमारे साथ इस वक्त जुड़े हैं सबको वार्मली वेलकम करते हैं दोस्तों। जी, हारिस रऊफ के बाद अरफात मिन्हास को शायद ओवर के लिए लाया जाए, तो बिल्कुल अरफात मिन्हास दोस्तों आ चुके हैं ओवर के ऊपर। तो आखिरी ओवर है इनका, 9 ओवर ऑलरेडी करवा चुके हैं, देखना होगा कि इस आखिरी ओवर में कितना विकेट ले पाएंगे। यकीनी तौर पर मौका है अरफात मिन्हास के पास भी और पाकिस्तान के पास भी, क्योंकि बड़ा इनका ये जो ओवर है बड़ा यहाँ पर अच्छा ओवर होने वाला है। इस ओवर की पहली गेंद और यहाँ पर गुड लेंथ गेंद,
through the field.
ओवर पाकिस्तान में 7:37, आधे घंटे 7:37 नहीं, पीछे होगा भाई, वहां पर अभी 6:30 बज रहे होंगे मुझे लगता है। भाई कोई पाकिस्तान से नहीं देख रहा क्या? समय भी बता दो यार। ओ भाई साहब, कट निकला स्लिप में, यहाँ पर मौका था कैच का, लेकिन छूटा कैच, 1 रन बहुत तेजी से लिया है और जब तक फील्डर दौड़ के बॉल के 2 रन लेने में कामयाबी मिल जाएगी। स्लिप में कैच छूट,
कैमरा हिल गया, तार मेरे ख्याल से मेरी ना खड़ी हुई है, इसलिए कैमरा ठीक करता हूँ। ठीक है, पांचवी बॉल टांग पे थी, 2 रन। आखिरी बॉल है रफात की, ऑफसाइड एज, आगा जी। अब रिप्ले देखते हैं कि एक थप्पा पहले लगा है या क्लीन ड्रॉप है। लगा तो ऐसे ही है कि आगा जी से बॉल 1 कदम आगे रह गई। रिप्ले में देखते हैं, और डेफिनेटली 1 थप्पा आगे लग गया था, वरना आगा जी इज ए वेरी सेफ फील्डर। आगा जी कैच नहीं छोड़ते। ओवर का इख्तिताम, 31 ओवर 116, 4 आउट। अरफात मिन्हास का स्पेल यहाँ पे खत्म होता है जी। अच्छी बॉलिंग की है आज भी। यार मेरे एयरपोर्ट में मेरे से पना मांगते होंगे कि मैनू गाने वास्ते बनाया गया सी, तू कि मैनू हर मैच लाइव ला के बह जाना। आई एम कन्विंस कि पूरी दुनिया में जितने मैंने एयरपोर्ट यूज कर लिए हैं शायद ही किसी ने किए हों। मतलब मैं हर मैच में अपने एयरपोर्ट पना मांग रहे हैं, मेरे एयरपोर्ट मेरे से। इतने ज्यादा एयरपोर्ट कौन यूज करता होगा यार। शॉर्ट बॉल जोर से खेला है, इसको मिड विकेट की तरफ सिंगल ही मिलेगी।
मुझे कितना प्यार है तुमसे, अपने दिल से पूछो तो, जिसे दिल दिया है मेरी जिंदगी तुम्हारी है।
117 पे 4 खिलाड़ी आउट, 31.1 ओवर्स। ग्रीन खेल रहे हैं 30 पे 65 बॉलों में, बहुत ज्यादा है। अराउंड द विकेट रनशॉ सॉफ्ट हाथों से स्ट्रेट लेग की तरफ हल्का सा बला लगाया, सिंगल। ग्रीन ने बहुत टाइम ले लिया यार, मतलब 65 बॉलों पे 30, रनशॉ 12 पे 8, ये बड़ा कम स्कोर है ऑस्ट्रेलिया का। एक टाइम पे हमें लग रहा था 18-19 ओवर्स में, जब ये 80s में थे, कि ये जाएंगे 200-250 तक, लेकिन अभी बहुत स्लो गए। तीसरी बॉल राउफ करेंगे ओवर द विकेट, स्लो बॉल, और शायद बल्ला लगा और फिर लगी है थाई पे, लेकिन पेस कम था डेफिनेटली। अपनी अपील भी विड्रॉ की राउफ ने, क्योंकि बल्ला बहुत बड़ी साउंड आई थी।
उसकी बात ही आप सुनो या उन्हें बाल नोचना शुरू करोगे? ठीक है जी। और विकेट ले लो, ये कहना है किंग मेकर का। विकेट लेनी तो चाहिए यार, लेकिन विकेट यहाँ पे ले,
इन्होंने अब तक 66 गेंदों का कर रखा है सामना। ऑन स्ट्राइक है बल्लेबाज ग्रीन, ओवर की अगली गेंद और एक और यॉर्कर गेंद थी, मिड ऑन के एरिया में खेलकर सिंगल लिया गया। एक बड़ा ही शानदार यॉर्कर 142 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड से करवाई गई ये गेंद थी विकेटों की लाइन में। 119 पे 4 टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया, 32वां ओवर, अभी भी 18 ओवर्स और 2 गेंदों का खेल जो कि होना है बाकी। XYZ ने भी ज्वाइन कर रखा है, हमें बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। बत्तीसवां ओवर और एक अच्छा शानदार ये ओवर हमें इस वक्त देखने को मिल रहा है। यहाँ पर हारिस रऊफ लगातार पेसी बॉलिंग करते हुए विकेटों की लाइन में फुल पिच बॉलिंग की जा रही है हारिस रऊफ की जानिब से, जिसको खेल पाना बल्लेबाजों के लिए इतना आसान नहीं है। राउंड द विकेट बॉलिंग की जा रही है, विकेट की लाइन में और स्टंप्स की लाइन में गेंदबाजी की जा रही है। एक 119 पे 4 टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया, और राजेश रंधा भाई ने भी हमें ज्वाइन कर लिया है कुछ अरसा दराज के बाद, कुछ महीनों के बाद राजेश रंधा भी हमारे साथ आए हैं। वेलकम। ऑन दी अप खेला स्लो रन डिलीवरी को, हवा में गेंद कवर्स के एरिया में बढ़ते हुए अब बाउंड्री की जानिब, शाहीन अफरीदी गेंद के पीछे, लेकिन बड़ी ही तेजी से वो हिम्मत हार गए, और इस चौके के साथ अब बढ़ता हुआ स्कोर 123 से 4 खिलाड़ियों के नुकसान पे टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया। पाकिस्तान की टीम के पास आईसीसी की रैंकिंग।
Bowling the first over. Nicely put away into the gap for. Open your current account to enjoy various free services and earn Orbit rewards. More the challenge in bowling, evening bust. Looking at small target green with left arm spin and try and spin one or hit one on the pads.
These hot conditions. Yeah, full and straight, looking for that block hole. Let's watch Cameron Green. He's yet to venture out of his crease, either to move laterally or just dance down the track. He's favored to play from within the crease and fairly defensive, in particular to Haris Rauf. 11 of 27 now.
Excellent presentation of the scene from Haris Rauf, and he has a lead runs. That is very important. At times he's guilty of taking grounds, leaking boundaries, are very consistent. A good delivery to finish the over. 10 of 4, 81 for 3.
नया लाइफ बॉय शैम्पू एलोवेरा और मिल्क प्रोटीन फॉर्मूला के साथ बनाए बाल मजबूत और वो बेहतर कीमत में पूरे 50 रुपए की बचत के साथ लाइफ बॉय शैम्पू कुदरत की मजबूती का न्यू लुक
Dolan's Premaline No Frost Refrigerator range. With its Duo Frost technology, independent cooling system keeps food fresh for longer. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
अब आया अनार
शराब जानी यहाँ पर चौथी गेंद और इसको स्ट्रेट खेला है। आप जो वो स्ट्रेट डाउन द ग्राउंड हिट लगाई है और फील्डर आया तो है बाबर आजम।
Another single to Renshaw. He's just got good options, really. He's a tall player, got long levers, good sweeper of the ball, conventional and reverse. Happy to use his feet on occasions, but generally is able to pick the gaps quite well and keep that scoreboard ticking over. Front pad, 128 for 4.
Tap on the screen